We're a housing advocacy group made up of residents of the CRD affected by our housing crisis. We're pushing for more homes of all types, non-market, market, student, rentals, ownership, everything, because we realize we have a severe shortage. Addressing our housing shortage is impossible if every new home is put on trial, so we are focused on zoning reforms like rapid affordable, missing middle, and otherwise allowing more homes to be built by right. We have no budget and are not funded or affiliated with any developers, politicians, or organizations. Everyone knows, next slide, please. Oh, sorry, did I go? Yeah. Everyone knows families are priced out of Victoria. The left chart shows the average price of a detached house in the last 60 years. Year to date, the average in the city of Victoria is over $1.4 million. The market has actually pulled back about 10% since February, and it might drop further, but if you look at the right chart, that one shows affordability of housing, so basically mortgage payment as a percentage of incomes. The green line at the top is detached houses, and you can see that despite real estate cycles up and down, it has gotten less and less affordable to buy a house in Victoria for the average family over the last few decades. No matter what happens to prices, that trend will continue, and there's nothing we can do to stop it, because we can't build more detached houses, and we can't stop people from moving here, even if we wanted to. So we have to ask ourselves, if detached houses are out of reach and we can't build more, what can we build? Well, we can build condos, but the vast majority of those have 2 or fewer bedrooms. That's great for single people, and we need more of them, but it doesn't work for many families. But a typical townhouse is big enough for a family, and we have tons of land to build those if we legalize them. As you can see on this chart of sales by price range, they are also much cheaper than detached homes. And that's the price when building them is a multi-year fight, and we're building very few of them. They could be cheaper if we legalize them. When we have a shortage of housing, those with the fewest means get pushed out. Evictions are happening right now as houses are being replaced by mansions, and we aren't even gaining any new housing from that process. The Missing Middle initiative has incentives for developers to comply with the tenant assistance policy, so it's a step in the right direction. Long-term, though, to protect renters, we need purpose-built rentals. At the bottom, you see some StatsCan data on reasons for evictions in Canada, and you can see the first and second most common reasons are only available to secondary market landlords. So sale of a property and landlord wanted the unit for their own use. We cannot rely on those for secure rental stock, and we need to shift to secure rentals. We've heard a lot of criticism that Missing Middle is a giveaway to developers, but the exact opposite is true. Big developers currently have a monopoly on creating new housing supply because the system is so complex and it takes so long that you need a sophisticated team and tons of capital to navigate it. We spoke to a planner in Kelowna, and he said their upzoning for Missing Middle was a game changer for small builders. We have a lot of small builders in Victoria, but they're mostly building mansions because that's all they can build with certainty. If we legalize Missing Middle, we allow small builders to compete with the big developers. Missing Middle doesn't solve all our housing problems, but it's a crucial part of the puzzle. There is no future where we reserve most of our land for a housing type only the wealthiest can afford. New Zealand recently legalized Missing Middle, and in an analysis of the projected impacts, they concluded that it was, and I quote, likely to lead to more affordable and equitable urban living than what would have happened in its absence. The difference will be small at first, noticeable within a decade, and enormous for the next generation. But we can't make progress if we don't take the first step. Thank you for your time, and please pass Missing Middle.